Please welcome newly appointed United Nations Messenger of Peace, Mr. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary General, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, and distinguished guests. I am honored to be here today. I stand before you not as an expert, but as a concerned citizen, one of the 400,000 people who marched in the streets of New York on Sunday, and the billions of others around the world who want to solve our climate crisis. As an actor, I pretend for a living. I play fictitious characters, often solving fictitious problems. I believe that mankind has looked at climate change in that same way, as if it were a fiction, as if pretending that climate change wasn't real would somehow make it go away. But I think we all know better than that now. Every week we're seeing new and undeniable climate events, evidence that accelerated climate change is here right now. Droughts are intensifying, our oceans are acidifying, with methane plumes rising up from the ocean floor. We are seeing extreme weather events and the West Antarctic and Greenland ice sheets melting at unprecedented rates, decades ahead of scientific projections.
Welcome back to Philippines Uncut. I'm your host, Buddy Cunanan. Tonight's topic is Conference of Parties 22, or COP22, Fighting Climate Change. With us still is Senator Harrison Alvarez. He is the advisor of the Climate Institute Advisory Board. And joining him is Dr. Met Palaypay, and he's the founder of the Zero Waste Recycling Movement. Senator Alvarez, welcome to our second segment. Of course, Dr. Palaypay, big welcome to Philippines Uncut, your first time here, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. I'm so glad po that you're joining Senator Alvarez because this issue is such an important one, climate change, the fight against climate change.
Right.
And as we saw, that personality came on before us. Sa video po, Senator Alvarez, none other than Leonardo DiCaprio, famous Hollywood actor, raising awareness for climate change. Huh?
Speaking the awareness of the entire world.
Opo. And which is strange because marami hindi naniniwala pa rin, lalo na sa Amerika, na they're saying na itong climate change ay hindi totoo, na it's a parang gawa-gawa lang po.
Marami sila na una.
Opo.
Bago pa climate change, yung problema natin ng basura.
Opo. Dr. Palaypay, kayo po you're the founder of the Zero Waste Recycling Movement. What is this all about?
It's a very simple idea which we got from John 6:12. Di ba, after pinakain niya yung mga tao,
Opo.
one of them told him, gather all the leftovers and waste not a bit, want not. That is zero waste. When you gather everything without creating pollution, then you also prevent climate change.
Yes.
Very effectively.
As Senator Alvarez was saying, it's because of all these emissions that we're releasing into the atmosphere in the course of producing the things that we need for our daily lives and running our lives. Ito po yung major contributor to raising the temperature of the Earth. Di ba, Senator?
Ito nung bandang huli, lalo na sa Copenhagen, na tinanggap na ito, na ang isang pinakamalaking dumi na pinakamapanganib ay itong karbon. Ito galing sa pagsusunog natin ng ating panggatong upang magkaroon tayo ng kuryente. Dahil kumapal ang karbon, hindi makasingaw sa balat ng lupa yung init.
Yung init po.
Dahil hindi makasingaw, pag nagkaroon ng depression, nagkaroon ng bagyo, nung kabataan ko, ang bagyo siguro lumilipad ng mga 50 hanggang 70 kilometers per hour.
Taga-norte po kayo.
Pero ngayon,
Northern Philippines si Senator.
Dahil masyadong
grabe.
mabigat na. Dahil carbon ho yun, carbon.
Ang lakas po ng bagyo tumama sa inyo. Itong sa Cagayan and Isabela, with your home province.
I'm very happy si Senator institutionalized that.
Yes.
He encouraged
Alam niyo
us.
po, Dr. Palaypay, and I want people to know this, before it became cool to be for climate change awareness and pro-environment, si Senator Alvarez po, nauna na po. Diba?
He was the first.
He was the first, really, before naging hip and cool itong isyung to na kailangan, like before DiCaprio got into this, people like him were really involved in this.
Membro rin ako sa kanila noon eh.
And he was the one who spurred and initiated and even approved some money for UP to begin it.
Opo.
So we started it.
Opo. Dr. Palaypa, in your capacities, I understand you're involved with different groups. Isa na dito po yung
Yes,
zero
civil
waste
society.
recycle. Ano po yung what advocacy projects are you pushing po for
We call
climate
it
change
zero
awareness?
waste
Opo.
in the sense that we can convert all the F into 6F, into fertilizer, into
Nice.
fuel,
Opo. Opo.
to functional black materials,
Okay.
and into fermentable. And so we are able to convert all the waste. It's like mining on top of the world
Yes.
by picking up 8 billion worth of mining on top of the world without destroying Mother Earth.
Yes, yes.
Kasi you have to cut trees and everything, no need. What we need to do is recover everything and practice the 3R. Reduce, reuse, recover.
Maganda po yun, ha? 6
Oo.
Fs and 3
6F
Rs.
and the 3R will create a new world for us.
Opo.
So if we involve 42,000 punong barangay, they're supposed to organize their 10 multi-sectors within their area.
Yes, sir.
We'll have about 420,000 planners under the Commission of Solid Waste chaired by Gina Lopez.
Wow, wow. So DNR under DNR,
Yes.
this project working with 42,000 barangay captains.
Can you imagine if the president will just say, I want all the 42,000 barangay to put up material recovery facility?
Wow.
Mababawasan na yung carbon na sinasabi ni Senator kasi yun ang problem
Opo.
natin.
Senator Alvarez, what are your thoughts about itong advocacy na pinupush ni Dr. Palaypay na to activate the 42,000 barangay captains to transform the areas into recycling, basically zero waste centers?
Matagal bago nabot yung barangay.
Opo.
Meron silang grupo rito. Palagi ako nagpupunta nung araw.
Opo.
Ang prime mover si Dr. Palaypay, sila
Sabas.
they're all science-based. Sabas is a nurse,
Nurse.
I think. Pagkatapos yung asawa naman niya, doktor.
Opo.
Na sinasabi nila, yung dumi, hindi kailangang maging basura na pumapatay ng ilog.
Opo.
Hindi kinakailangang maging dumi na panggalingan ng mga bakterya at panggalingan ng mga sakit.
Opo.
Pag inilibing mo yung dumi, marirecycle yan at magiging pataba sa lupa na magbibigay uli, tutubo ulit na halaman, bibigyan ng buhay. Meron silang selection system, segregation.
Sorting at the very source.
Ayan. Yung mga plastic na sumasakal sa mga ibon sa dagat at saka sa mga kwan,
Opo.
edi hiwalay natin yun. I-recycle din natin yun. Yung mga bakal, ibahin. Ganyan ang prinsipyo nila.
Opo. That really is
Hindi
the
pa
future.
sila-
Yes.
Hindi pa sila nagpupunta sa hangin, ngunit sa pang-araw-araw na buhay yan. Ngayon, pinakalat nila yan. Marami ng mga tagasunod. Isa ako sa tagasunod nila. Kaya, when I first saw that, ang kailangan ng funding, I set aside funding for the movement. Di ba, Doc?
And I'm very grateful dahil sa batas na in-approve niya, for example, no burning of waste. That saves us from air pollution.
Pero yung problema ko dun sa mga law na ganyan, parang hindi yata masyadong enforceable. Is it enforceable, This no burning of waste? Alam mo, may nakakita tayo nagsusunog
Matagal bago nagising kaming
Opo.
mga Ilocano para magbunga yung mangga, susunugin namin yung dahon. Mali yun. Pagkat yung dahon, pag inilibing mo sa lupa, pataba sa lupa, lalong yayabong yung mangga. Pero ganun talaga yung mga seminal ideas.
They take time to
Take time. Pero
to
dumami
nurture and grow.
itong movement nila at isa rin ako sa mga nagpalaganap sapagkat I was secretary then wherever I spoke, and then I started to cooperate with them. We held conventions. Nag-convention kami. Kumalat na ito. Hanggang bago yung Rio de Janeiro, yung summit talaga sa climate change. Nandito yung concept nila. And then, of course, when the excessive carbon deposit in the atmosphere became more threatening, lalo na rito sa ating Pacific region. Pagkat pag marami ng carbon, nagkakaroon ng depression, nagkakaroon ng malalakas na hangin, diyan nagkakaroon ng bagyo o cyclones na mga dambuhala.
Opo.
Tinatamaan na tayo ng marami niyan.
Opo.
Lumawak na lumawak ang usapin. Ngunit yung dumi pa rin ng bayan, naririyan pa rin.
Sa dami na natin,
Recycling
we're
movement.
100 million po tayo, and lahat tayo, merong tinatapon.
Everybody is
Yes,
throwing
yes.
something.
It has to go somewhere.
But right now, we encourage the 3S.
Yes.
Start sorting at the source of waste generation.
Ang ganda naman.
Once it is sorted,
Yes, sir.
lahat yun mako-convert mo into useful material.
Yes, sir.
And Cardinal Sin used to make a joke about it. If you remove the F and borrow it first, you can reuse everything, which stands for resource recovery utilization to make a sound environment.
Ganda po,
And
maganda,
that means
maganda.
income generation
Opo.
for the very poor.
Opo.
So our aim also is to help the poorest among our scavengers to generate their own way of income by converting all this organic carbon into
something,
fertilizer.
yes, sir, something reusable, di ba?
Yes,
sir.
fertilizer. So you get a kind of food that's free from cancer.
Yes. Dr. Palaypay, you've been in this advocacy for a long time.
For more than 40 years.
More than 40 years. Are you optimistic with what you see, having started it 40 years ago? And
The
seeing
reason
where we
I'm
are here now?
optimistic is because the law was passed by them.
Opo.
Once the law is there, we have one of the best laws in the world.
Yes, sir.
But how to implement it now is our next advocacy.
Opo. No, my question for you is, sir, are you optimistic in 40 years that this movement has created an awareness and more people are actually doing this already in significant numbers? Are you buoyed by this? Are you optimistic about the situation today as compared to 40 years ago?
If you go by the Dewey Boulevard, for example, there
Opo.
is a restaurant there using green charcoal. Green because it comes from green, but we get all the leaves, all the twigs, and the
Very
grasses,
nice. That's-
and make it into charcoal.
You
Once you burn
process
that,
it, pinaprocess
You
to green
produce
charcoal,
hydrogen gas,
which is clean.
which is clean and at
Yes.
the same time not exploding, unlike
Yes.
LPG gas.
Opo. Dr. Palaypay, you mentioned the plan to transform 42,000 essential
42,000
barangays into
a material recovery facility in
Yes,
every
but-
place.
to promote zero waste
Yes.
management. What are your feelings about this with this administration? Do you think there is a good chance we can really make a go for this and make it?
Well, if the president will
yeah.
just say, I'd like to see all the punong barangay put up their material recovery facility, and I'll give a prize for any barangay who can comply with the law.
I think
Very
po,
simple.
yes, sir. I think si President Duterte enjoys very high
It will
ratings
produce
today. He can-
income generation
Yes.
for the very poor.
Sir,
Kapag ginawa niya, katulad ng ginagawa sa narco-politics, ayos ito.
Yes.
that's sunod.
Oh,
Diba,
para
sir?
si
Susunod.
Gloria. Si Gloria Macapagal-Arroyo.
Yes.
Nagtayo kami ng Carbon Cutting Coalition. Ibig sabihin, she would spread the concept of cutting carbon up to the barangay level. Kinuha niya yung concept nila. Up to the barangay level, carbon cutting at saka recycling.
It worked.
Oh. Work. Kaya lang, siyempre, presidente siya, nung mga huling taon ng kanyang pagka-presidente na yun Although we had, in Malacanang, we called for 2 carbon cutting congress para maunawan yung pagbabawas. Ngunit sa ilalim din ng carbon cutting, yung zero waste management concept, sapagkat tatanggalin mo ang dumi sa impapawid, kailangan yung dumi mo
Yes.
sa baba, gamitin mong magbigay ng buhay, fertilizer. It's a recycling, life-giving operation.
Yes.
Kaya kung hindi, ano nangyayari, pag yung dumi mo natapon dyan sa sapa, natapon sa ilog, patay na ang isda, patay pa ang ibon, puro bacteria ang lumalabas dyan.
Opo. How about the health issues po? Itong climate change kasi meron ring health aspect to. Hindi lang climate raising of temperatures, but also impact on people's health.
90% of our health problem is traced from neglect of our waste. So, for example, all the water body, if you just break 1 or 2 thermometer with that mercury,
Yes, sir.
almost 2 swimming pools will be poisoned
Really?
mga
Ganun?
fish doon.
Oh, wow.
If you eat
Even
the
just the
fish,
mercury from one or
just
two
one or
thermometers
two, yeah.
is enough to kill
It's enough to kill
swimming
all the
pools.
fish in 2 swimming pool na
Eh sir, paano pa
water.
yung mga malalaking fabrika na who use a lot of mercury?
That's what I
Industrial use
mean.
it. Di ba, Senator? At marami
mine
dito,
tailings.
they just throw and on the ground
Yes.
or in bodies of water. And,
Yung mga minahan natin nung araw,
opo.
gumagamit sila ng mercury,
Opo.
tapos nag-improve ng konti, gumamit ng cyanide. Ang diferensya, yung pagsangga nila sa dumi ng mina, hindi maganda. At pag nagkaroon ng bagyo, bumibiyak yon.
Bumibiyak.
Katulad ng ilog natin, yung Agno at saka Bued River, pinakamalalaking ilog sa Sierra Madre, andyan yung minahan ng ginto. Pag bumibiyak yung sangga, at hindi sinasala yung mercury yung mercury kumalat dun sa pampang. Yung pampang taniman natin ng lahat ng pagkain. Karamihan ng pagkain dyan ng araw, dumaan dyan sa Pangasinan,
Opo,
sa China
opo.
Sea. Yun ang pinanggagalingan ng bigas, kamote, at saka mais. Nanigas yung lupa dahil namatay yung mga pananim.
Opo.
Mabuti-buti na lamang, nung 100 taong ganyan ang ginagawa ng mga nagmimina sa Mountain Province, maluwag pa ang Cagayan Valley. Yung mga taga-Pangasinan at saka dyan sa Central Luzon, napuntahan sa Cagayan Valley dahil may bagong lupa ron. Ngayon, saan tayo pupunta wala na tayong mga
Marami,
bagong lupa.
oo.
Kaya
Yes, sir.
dinudumihan nating lupa, sana ma-recycle kung magkakaroon ng waste management. Lahat ng barangay,
Ang ganda.
lahat yung dumi, ilalagay mo sa lugar.
Diba? And Senator and Doctor, I think this is really crucial because as you said, 100 million people.
100
hindi,
million.
Sabi nga ni Senator, hindi lumalaki
Working as
yung
one.
ating lupain. Pero yung ating population ay walang hinto ang paglaki.
At saka
Waste
ito,
is a really serious thing that we have to deal with
Itong
ASAP.
sinisimula na ng pag-usapan nung grupo nila nung araw, mga
Opo.
scientists yun. Sila, Saba, yung kasama mo.
All our LC de Vera, mga nurse na kasama ko doon.
Yung dumi na galing sa buga ng ating mga sasakyan, galing sa buga ng gasolina, galing sa buga ng diesel, nag-iiwan niya ng PM10. Dumi yan. Yung hindi nasusunog na alikabok, PM10, particulate matter 10 microns ang nipis.
Yes, sir.
Ibig sabihin, pag commuter ka, naglalakad ka, daan na yung katakot-takot na buga ng hindi nasusunog na abo. Papasok yan sa ngalangala mo.
Wow.
Pagpasok sa ngalangala mo, papasok dun sa alveoli, yung humihigop ng oxygen. Tutusok yan doon. Pagkagalingan ng sakit yan.
Sari-saring sakit po.
Lahat na ng sakit,
Opo.
upper respiratory infection,
Opo.
cardiovascular.
Cancer.
Number 1 cause nga ngayon natin, yun yung air particulate
Yes,
na pagka nagsunog ka, makukuha mo lahat yan.
Alam niyo, Dr. Awan ng Diyos, yung Pilipinas ay hindi pa kasing sahol ng Beijing, for instance. Yung air quality sa Beijing, I understand, napakasahol. But sana, maagapan po natin yung problema bago sumama siya ng ganong kalala.
Alam mo nangyari sa Shanghai?
Opo.
Di nagtatakbo sila ng muga. Dahil lang ginagamit lang panggaton yung maruming coal.
Opo.
Yun ang coal ng China panay industrialization nila. Tatakip ng muga. Nung natutunan ng mga taong bayan na doon pala nanggagaling yung sakit nila, pinagbabato nila yung... Kaya yung Central Committee ng China ngayon, gumawa sila ng programa para bawasan yung carbon.
Yes, sir.
Dito sa atin, kailangan gumawa tayo ng programa para yung carbon sa kalye na pumapatay. Ang number 1 killer dito sa atin, alam ba niyo number 1 killer? Pollution. Pollution.
Yes.
Emphysema, asthma. Pagpasok ng carbon, yung PM10 na yan, papasok din sa alveoli, papasok sa bloodstream, di papasok sa pancreas, papasok sa liver.
Konektado na ho yun.
Punta kayo sa ospital natin ngayon. At makikita ninyo ang top 5 killers dahil sa pollution. Emphysema, down the line, top 5. Hindi na yung tuberculosis nung araw.
Senator Alvarez, we have to pause for break, Doctor. But pagbalik po natin, ako po will bid goodbye to viewers kasi yung papalit po sa akin dito ay yung inyong ginang na si Cecil Guidote Alvarez who will be presenting naman yung arts aspect ng COP22 na pupuntahan niyo po sa Morocco. So guys, stick around because more of COP22, Conference of Parties 22, when Philippines Uncut returns.
Please welcome newly appointed United Nations Messenger of Peace, Mr. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Right now, droughts are intensifying, our oceans are acidifying, with methane plumes rising up from the ocean floor. We are seeing extreme weather events and the West Antarctic and Greenland ice sheets melting at unprecedented rates, decades ahead of scientific projections.
Welcome back to Philippines Uncut. I'm your host, Buddy Cunanan. Tonight's topic is Conference of Parties 22, or COP22, Fighting Climate Change. With us still is Senator Harrison Alvarez. He is the advisor of the Climate Institute Advisory Board.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary General, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, and distinguished guests. I am honored to be here today. I stand before you not as an expert, but as a concerned citizen, one of the 400,000 people who marched in the streets of New York on Sunday, and the billions of others around the world who want to solve our climate crisis.
And joining him is Dr. Met Palaypay, and he's the founder of the Zero Waste Recycling Movement. Senator Alvarez, welcome to our second segment. Of course, Dr. Palaypay, big welcome to Philippines Uncut, your first time here, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. I'm so glad po that you're joining Senator Alvarez because this issue is such an important one, climate change, the fight against climate change.
Right.
And as we saw, that personality came on before us. Sa video po, Senator Alvarez, none other than Leonardo DiCaprio, famous Hollywood actor, fighting.
As an actor, I pretend for a living. I play fictitious characters, often solving fictitious problems. I believe that mankind has looked at climate change in that same way, as if it were a fiction, as if pretending that climate change wasn't real would somehow make it go away. But I think we all know better than that now. Every week we're seeing new and undeniable climate events, evidence that accelerated climate change is here